Alright 9 to 5 Nation, welcome back into another PGA DFS video. This week we actually have two tournaments. We're going to touch on the Mexico Championship in this video, and then we're going to touch on the Puerto Rico Open in the next video. So we'll have both videos up for you. Make sure to check out both of them. Figure out which one you want to play. The Mexico Championship is going to be more of a GPP option. And then the Puerto Rico Open is going to kind of be both GPP and cash. There's definitely more of an edge to gain in the Puerto Rico Open, but in this World Golf Championship, the Mexico Championship, we do have some, nice value options in this slate. But as always, let's do a quick recap of last week. So last week, our cash lineup did cash again. That's made for 6 out of 7 out of the full tournament fields. The unfortunate thing is that this is not a full tournament event. This WGC event, it is a it's invitational, so it's the top 64 players from kind of around the world. So it's harder to gain an edge, so I will definitely be limiting the player pool because of that. You definitely can do starts and scrubs, but you also kind of do a fair and balanced approach to this build. So let's get into the picks right now. So I think, starting off with Justin Thomas is not going to be a horrible option. He does have some good course history here, 2 top 10 finishes. Now, at this event has only been played here the last 2 years, so we don't have that much course history to go off of. Dustin Johnson is not going to be a horrible option as well. DJ, Justin Thomas, and Rory McIlroy are all going to be decent options. Now, I think I'd rather just pay down for Jon Rahm, but DJ, JT, and Roy, they're all in good form. They're both, they're all good course fits. Everyone is going to be a good option, because they're all top rank golfers in the world, so obviously they're all going to be a good option. It's just trying to find where we can gain that edge. Now, I do like Jon Rahm a lot. He's had 6 top 10 finishes this year so far in 7 starts. I mean, that's just phenomenal. His average finish on course this year has been 8th overall, and he has some pretty good course history. He finished T20 and then T3, so really good course fit. And then he also is top 40 in all the stats I'm looking at. Another good fit is going to be Bryson DeChambeau. Now, he hasn't played this course yet, but you see what he's done this year. He has 5 finishes inside the top 10 in just 7 starts, so that's amazing. And he is the best overall stat fit according to my model, so he should be able to go off and dominate. Hideki Matsuyama is going to be another solid option for us. In his last 3 events, he's finished T9, T15, and also T3. So I really don't mind him. He does have some good course history as well. He had a T25 in 2017. So those are kind of the players I'm going to be looking at the higher end. Now, I'm definitely limiting my player pool because anyone can go off. I do like Mark Leishman as well if we're going to drop it down a little bit lower. He also has 5 finishes inside the top 10 in 7 starts. He's just been rolling. He's 4th in scrambling, so if he does get in trouble, he will be able to, make the adjustments where needed. He's also 5th in strokes gained approach. A lot of the golfers will be able to club down at this course due to the elevation, so we don't really have to worry about accuracy off the tee too much. I do like Paul Casey. He's just been a top 25 machine. I do expect that to happen again. So far at this course, he's had a T12 and T16, so maybe we can get a little bit better edge just by using him. With Casey, you're going to get a top 25 out of him most likely, so really not a horrible option. Webb Simpson, just kind of a feeling play. I always kind of like Webb Simpson. He'd be better play if this was a cut event. Now these players right there in that section, I like them all. It's just kind of trying to figure out which one you want to go with. Ian Poulter's been rolling with 3 straight top 6 finishes, so he's not going to be a horrible option for us. You can roll with him if you want to. He doesn't have any course history, but he is 21st in total driving and 8th in ball striking, so he's going to be a strong option for us. Gary Woodland is definitely going to be a core play of mine. He has 7 top 10 finishes in just 9 starts, so he's been having a great year. He doesn't have the best course history. He had a T50 and a T38 here in the first 2 years that he's played it, but he's playing the best golf of his career, so I definitely think he's going to be a great option for me. Rafa Corbello, I'm just going to keep rolling with him. He's a play that, I've kind of just always play. He's always in my player pool just because he always produces. He does have good course history here. He finished T3 last year here, and then the year before that he finished T38. So he's not a bad play for me at all. He is one of the top 5 in my overall stat model. Charles Howell is just a guy he's elevated his game from being more than just a cut maker. As you can see there, he's had 4 top 10 finishes so far this year, so he's been a solid option for us. He doesn't have any course history here, but he is 4th in total driving, and he's also 1st in ball striking, tied with Gary Woodland, actually. Matt Kuchar's not going to be a horrible play as well. He was the 2nd best stat fit according to my model. I just think he's too cheap here for the year that he's been having. He doesn't have the best course history. He finished T58 and T20, but much like Gary Woodland, Matt Kuchar's having one of the best years of his career as well, so I do think he's a little bit too cheap. Now, if we're going to try to get it a little bit lower into the lower tier, there's not that many options that I like. Chaz Reed can be fine. Henrik Stenson, I don't think we can roll with. He is just not in good form. I do like Keegan Bradley. He could be kind of a sneaky option for us. He is a good stat fit. And in his last WGC event, he finished 6th overall. So obviously he's elevated his game to this player, this player pool before. I really don't mind him as an option. But once again, I would rather play him if this was more of a, cut event. He would definitely, he's one of those players I target when there is a cut. Same thing with Emiliano Grillo, but I do think Emiliano Grillo is going to be a strong option for us. He is 9th in total driving and 9th in ball striking as well. He finished T52 here last year, but he was also one that popped in the last WGC event. So all those guys make for a nice little interesting option. And now let's try to finish out the player pool here. There's not that many value options that I like a little bit lower. Maybe Russell Knox you could go with. He's not a horrible GPP option because when he pops, he really goes off. I could see him top 10ing in this field. But I don't love it. But if you're trying to do a studs and does approach, not a horrible pick for you. You could roll with him and Grillo and then be set with 2 studs on the lineup. Going a little bit lower, I don't really like it. All right, now let's try to finish out this player pool. Now, I won't be able to fit John Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau in the same build, most likely. I will have a couple of builds with him. But once again, I'm going to be limiting my player pool. I'll probably only do about 5 lineups. I might not even do a cash lineup just because I don't like to do that in these non-cut events. But that's the lineup that I'm looking at right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a like and subscribe if you did. And stay tuned. We do have that Puerto Rico Open video coming up next. Make sure to watch that as well. We can definitely gain an edge in that event. We have a nice player pool in that one.